Hello again, everybody. This is Craig Evans of Autism Hangout, and thank you for tuning in to this installment of the Autism Hangout feature program series, Apps for Autism. This explosion of assistive software for our special kids is one of the most exciting developments of the past 5 years. And with me today is another iPad, iTouch, and iPhone app developer with a communications program that's both easy to use and customize. In fact, this company's goal is to help bring expressive communications to the world. Autism Hangout, please welcome the developer of MyTalkTools, Bick Pratt. Welcome, Bick. It's nice to have you back.
Hi, Craig. Great to be here.
Now, I know that you developed this product for your son, Mike, and I know that you're very involved in these communications devices, the whole augmented communications thing. MyTalkTools has been around for a while. You guys have a little different program than most people.
Well, let's just get right to the site and take a look at it.
Sounds good. Okay, it looks like we're at MyTalkTools, the web page. Is that correct?
That's correct, MyTalkTools.com. All right, let's go over to the product page just so I can briefly describe the two products that we have. On the left, you see MyTalk Mobile.
Okay.
It's a fully functional AAC device that works on the Apple iPad, the iPhone, or the iPod Touch, and soon on Android devices.
Okay.
On the right, you'll find MyTalkTools Workspace. They work in combination. While on the left, you have a fully functioning tool that has authoring capabilities. The Workspace on the right offers the ability to build boards in minutes using access to files that are on your computer or the web. So I'll build boards in minutes that used to take me weeks when I would spend a couple of hours at night after work.
Can you give us an example of how this works? Could we walk through a board?
Oh, sure. What you see now is you see the Silverlight application loading, and you see that there's 4 choices. The choice on the left, Easy Builder, is the one that I always use because you see a picture of how it will actually look on the iDevice. So I always use that one. And here you'll see a pretty simple board. My name is Michael and people and that sort of thing. The ones that we use every weekend is food. And if you look at the bottom right, you'll see that there's either a plus sign on the bottom right of every cell, meaning that you can build a board below that by clicking the plus, or you see the emblem that you see here, which means there's already a child board below it. So I've clicked that one, and then we go to restaurants, and these are the steps that Michael takes on Saturday when we're at the restaurant. He'll click on that, and then he'll go to McDonald's, and then he'll pick on the cheeseburger, or whatever his choice might be. So on the handheld device, what he's doing is walking through that sequence. He puts it down on the counter with the speaker, which is at the bottom, pointing towards the person taking the order, and it works great. It was a little bit awkward in the beginning, but he loves it, and it's cool. And every now and then, there's a pretty girl on the other end who says, "Wow, that's cool, I got it." And that by itself is worth all the effort. So that's a brief explanation. Let me show you something that I think is pretty cool, and it has to do with collaboration. You'll see that there's print capability up here. If you were to select print, you can either send an email link to, if I'm an SLP, to the parent so that you can work with them collaborating on how to build the board, or another speech and language pathologist. I'm going to show you print to browser just so that you can get an idea of how it will look. So here we are. And, Michael's going to order that cheeseburger.
Hi. For my order, I would like 2 cheeseburgers, a large fry, and a small Coke.
And that's how it works. Now remember, this is digital voice, so I recorded that. But something that's really cool on the new app that we just launched within the last week or so is we've built in some very basic text-to-speech, so that those that are functioning a little bit higher can go ahead and do text-to-speech, really do some on-the-fly stuff. And we also built in in-cell video, which I'm told in the autism community will really work very well for social stories and that sort of thing.
I know that you offer this program free to speech and learning, speech and language pathologists to be able to assist in putting more collaborative ideas out there. In fact, this probably would be a really good time while we're at your website. Do you mind going over to your forum for a minute? Because I know that
Sure.
you've actually started a forum online for people to come in and talk about the different things they're doing, and basically allowing people to share some of the things that they've developed.
Well, yeah, you click on the support link, and then in the support link, go to forums, knowledge base, and on the right side, you'll find something that's called Community Stories. How do you use MyTalk? And we have entries from speech and language professionals and from parents, and some really amazing things of how people are using it. Deb in Florida is doing things that I would have never dreamt of, but that's the beauty of the collaboration. MyTalk frees the professionals and the parents from around the world. They're no longer burdened with the complexity of the tool. They can be creative. There's one here I wanted to show you that just came in last night from Becky Clausen. And it talks about how she is not only a speech and language professional, but she's also the grandmother who uses this with her child. And if you look at the third line, it's really interesting. I'm in Iowa creating boards, and she's in Colorado using them. So imagine the handheld device is in the hands of granddaughter and mom in Colorado, but Becky is on the computer on our website doing content at night. So when the little girl gets up in the morning and presses the sync button, boom, it's all there. And I mean, you can read in the post the exciting things that are going on, but I couldn't be more excited about how the professionals have embraced this.
The subscription model is a little bit different than most people, but the subscription model, as we've just talked about, allows you to communicate with other people like you around the United States and what they're successfully doing on MyTalkTools, but also with the speech and language specialists that are using this program in conversations with their client base. So the whole subscription thing allows you on a monthly basis or a weekly basis to come in and see what's new that might be applicable to your particular child. Is that how this works?
Well, I think there's a few things I want to mention just to make sure that we're really, really clear. On the screen you see today, there's on the left there's the mobile application. So there's MyTalk Mobile, which is the $40 application, and then there's MyTalk Mobile Lite. Again, those are the two mobile products that allow you to use it as an AAC device. And then on the right is Workspace. Workspace is our subscription tool. We wanted to have a separate subscription tool, which is very inexpensive, $9 a month, and it is there as an aid to board building and access to all the things you talked about, the collaboration and such. But we want to be really clear. It's a $40 AAC device that's fully functional. So those who would choose not to opt for Workspace, they've got a fully functional AAC device. But those that are using Workspace have fallen in love with it because of the ease and because there are so many people out there sharing ideas.
Okay.
We are at the infancy stage of collaboration. I showed you the board sharing via the web, but we're considering library sharing and just sharing your boards from user to user. So lots coming. Oh,
kudos to you, Bick. Kudos to you for actually jumping on board with this whole collaborative thing. As I found at Autism Hangout, we can all learn to thrive with autism if we learn to share our knowledge, and that's exactly the direction you're going with the subscription model on your software program. That's fantastic. Okay, Bick, how can people find more information about MyTalkTools?
Go to the site, MyTalkTools.com, or they can go to the App Store, and on the App Store do a search, MyTalkTools, no spaces.
Okay, and they can order a free program? They can actually download a free program to try it?
Yes, when they do MyTalkTools search, there's two items that will come up, MyTalk Mobile and MyTalk Mobile Lite. Grab the Lite version, and then when they get the Lite version on their handheld, they register, and that gets them the username that they will use for authoring on their handheld device and on the web workspace.
Okay.
So once they create it, go to the workspace, log in, and start playing.
So try before you buy. That's always a good policy in marketing. Bick, thank you for what you do with MyTalkTools. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for getting this collaborative thing rolling, and it's just a delight to have you as part of the autism community.
Thanks, bud. Great to see you again.
And thank you, Autism Hangout. I'll be back again soon with another entry in Apps for Autism.